Hi guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. It's been a whole while. People are doing well. Thanks to all our subscribers. Thank you for liking. Thank you for commenting. God bless you all in Jesus' name.
Amen and amen.
So my name is Oluwani Femi once again, and this is my husband.
Sorry, you already know my name, so sorry.
What if we have new subscribers? Not even what we would have new subscribers and they will not know you. So
okay, my name is ACCOMMODATION.
So today guys, we'll be talking about something very interesting. I'm sure someone is wondering what we want to talk about. Alright, so today we'll be talking about wedding planning. Wedding planning.
Yeah, wedding planning. In fact, before I got married, when I hear wedding, but my but now I know there are so many people that will be in my shoe. You know, you want to, you need people you need someone that will guide you through. You need maybe an experience from someone that
Has already done.
Yeah, so you just want an idea or an advice. But before we continue, Dave, I think we need to tell our audience something, that this is not a marriage counseling.
Exactly.
Because
nobody should come into my DM and say that and if Femi has started marriage counseling,
exactly.
Marriage counseling, yes.
We just want to share our own experience.
Yes.
Wedding planning. And that I've received some messages from some of my friends that I should tell them how, I did it, successfully. I did my wedding successfully. So, and I know you have from your own side too.
Yes.
So that's why we are making this video, so that it will at least to some extent to help you. Yes, to help you. It may not be 100% accurate, but to some extent to help you in planning your wedding.
A big day.
Yes, a big deal.
Yes.
Yeah. So, okay.
All right, let's dive into it. So, I'm going to be starting first. The first thing you need to do is have a partner. Yes, before you can get married. Before you can get married, you have to have a partner.
No, they should not have a partner. They should marry to themselves.
Wait now, you have to have a partner.
Marry yourself. Don't have a partner. Just marry yourself.
Wait. Because some people, they are planning weddings in their head. They have this dream that, I want this beautiful, that. And they don't have a partner yet. They're still just dreaming. So, for you to plan a realistic wedding, a real wedding, you have to have a partner. Yes, and don't let me go into
someone like my wife. Yeah, she's the best partner ever. Let me have you smaller.
Thank you. So don't let me go into the details of how to have a partner and all that here. So the next thing to do is pick a date. Yes, pick a date. And in picking a date, it is, well, for me, it was my family that picked the date we did our wedding, and I feel that it is normal in African, like in Africa, that the bride's parents or the bride's family will pick a date. Well, I don't want us to go too much into that, but anyway, anyhow, just pick a date and be sure that that's the date you're going to do the wedding. Do you understand?
Prayerfully pick a date.
Yes. Prayerfully pick a date. Prayerfully pick a date, Pastor Kehinde. Yeah, prayerfully pick a date. Yes, so prayerfully pick a date. So the second thing is to know the kind of wedding you want. Yes, know the kind of wedding you want. Some people want a very big wedding. Some people want traditional wedding only. Some people want a church wedding and a traditional wedding. Some people want civil wedding, that is the court marriage, the church wedding, engagement, that's the traditional marriage, and reception. Do you understand? So know the kind of wedding you want, and don't just know it personally, make sure you agree with your spouse, because this is going to help you a lot in planning for the wedding. Do you understand? So make sure that you know the kind of wedding you want. Yes.
And I think we should add this one that if you're planning a minimalist wedding compared to someone that what do you call it, event planner.
Yeah, someone that has plenty money now. You want to spend.
You have plenty money.
Yeah, spend.
You can just handle everything. Your event planner will handle everything. You don't have to care about it. You tell you everything to do. But if you are a minimalist, you want to do a minimal wedding, so you can continue watching. So
alright, so yes, if you want to do a minimalist wedding, you can continue watching. But if you have an event planner that wants to take over or take charge of the events for you, then that's not a problem. And it's your big day.
And contacts.
Yes, Victoria Brooks. Shout out to Victoria Brooks event. Really, guys, if you want top-notch event planner, let me just take a few seconds. Top-notch event planner, Victoria Brooks event. Just sincerely contact Victoria Brooks event and thank me later. Let me just stop there. Yes.
Anywhere in Nigeria.
Yes, anywhere in the world. Anywhere. Canada, wow. America, Australia, Nigeria, anywhere.
You don't hear.
Anywhere in the world. Yes, so the next thing is to have a budget. So after you know the kind of wedding you want, okay, for instance, we did church wedding, we did engagement, church wedding, and reception. So you have to have a budget. Do you understand? Okay, my budget is 2 million naira. And you have to. It's not easy to be strict with budget for wedding. It's not easy. You see some amable things that will still come inside and want to break your budget. Maybe it is the wife you want to marry that will come and say, babe, see that 20,000.
It's not that maybe, it's always the wife. Let's be realistic.
No, it's not always the wife.
It's always the wife. How many ways? It's always the bride,
okay.
Not to do this if it's for me and for the group. How many? You don't buy suit, what else? That's all.
So you have to have that structure.
Yes, it's always guys.
Females can be very my gender, I understand. So you have to have a budget, but really, let me tell you, don't let me lie to you. See, if you have a budget of 2 million naira, be ready to spend 2.5 million. Because you still see some things that will still come inside and still show face at the dying minute, or you still see maybe your wife will just come and meet and say, babe, that clothes I wanted to buy, I don't think I like it again. I saw it on this person. It's too common. I want to change my mind.
Guys,
do you understand?
You hear me? So you hear them now. Hey guys, are you listening? Are you hearing me?
For women,
it's one saying it too. That's how they behave. That's how they do.
Calm down.
I'm just telling them, I'm just telling you guys that they should be prepared, for you guys when you come up with your unforeseen circumstances like that, they should just be prepared, financially.
Okay, we done here. See now, they are making you feel like it's only the lady that has high demand. It's only the lady that wants sophisticating things. Some men too like sophisticating things. I've seen situations whereby the man wants a very big wedding and the lady wants a very cool and quiet wedding. Yes,
it's very rare.
So, even if it is rare, there are still men that like sophisticated things. Yes.
I agree with you.
Yeah. Let's leave it at that. All right. So before I hand over to my husband to talk, the last thing I want to say, not the last on my list, but the last thing for now, is that after choosing a budget, for me, after we did pick the dates and all this stuff, the next thing I did was to pick my best lady. Right from time I knew who my best lady was. And the reason why I chose my best lady that early was because I needed a lot of things to put in place. I needed to put a lot of things in place, and I cannot remember everything at once. I cannot remember. Like I noticed that during my wedding planning was the time I was forgetting too many things. Do you understand? So she was there for me when I had my Ashwebi lady. She was one that was saying, okay, I think you should do this, I think you should do that, you've not done this, you've not done that. So having a best lady on time would help you to keep so many things in check, would help you she would help you to remember some things that you have forgotten. Yes, so that's for now on my side. So let's hand over and let's hear what the man has to say.
Thank you, honorable speaker and panel of judges. So today I want to talk about the male side, the group side of the wedding planning.
Yeah.
The first thing I think we forgot to mention was God factor. It's very important. Before planning at all, we put everything in the hands of God. It's very important. So let me go into too much of that, but God factor, like pray. And another thing I want to talk about is before wedding for male, the groom, please, I'm not going to go into details, but please get your apartment ready before you start planning. Before you start planning at all, please, your apartment, maybe you are living alone, make sure that your apartment can accommodate 2 people at a time. You know, 2 people, if not well furnished, at least half furnished. Please, it's very important. Essential things.
Conducive environment.
Yeah. Conducive environment.
Enough to accommodate
a beautiful wife like my wife.
Is it me they want to marry?
I said like, you know. So
it should be enough, good enough to accommodate.
Yes, so it's very important. Another thing I want to make mention is the counseling aspects. Seek counsel from your spiritual people, you know, pastors, elders, mentors. Please seek counsel and seek counsel from those that are married. Yes, like that are married, successful marriage. You must seek counsel from them. It will help you a lot. It's not about wedding planning alone. It's about marriage. Yes. Though you later undergo some counseling sessions at the registry and church.
Sorry to cut you. As much as you're going to undergo marriage counseling, for instance, in the church or in the court or something, you have to also learn from. There are different ways that which you can learn, because it is not everything that they will tell you in marriage counseling in church. There's so many things that I and my husband have to start learning by ourselves. Do you understand? And there's a particular aspect they don't really like to hit the nail on the head. Do you understand? I'm sure someone is getting what I'm saying. They won't tell you so much about that. We have to start learning by ourselves. So please read books, listen to messages, listen to seminars, go for programs as much as you can. Just equip yourself. Knowledge is not too much.
Well, if you don't know what my wife is trying to say, just let me know in the comment section. If you don't know what she was trying to say. Okay. After that, what else? Okay. I think before you start planning at all, make sure you check your pockets. As a man, please check your pockets. Check. I need to tell you to please check your pocket. You don't want to be stranded after If not even after the wedding, a week too, or 2 weeks too. You don't want to be stranded, bro. After the wedding, you don't want to be stranded. Please check your pocket to.
I mean, you know what?
I'll not deceive you.
Wait. Don't let us before you started talking, you said that you should put God into it. Don't let us overlook the power, like what God can do for us. Do you know that there's some people that they will genuinely not have? Do you get?
Yeah.
They will genuinely not have, but God is just going to, like, there's a way God is just going to show up for them. Do you understand?
Actually, I'm a living testimony to that.
There's a way God is just going to show up for them, and then you'll be surprised when people see the wedding. They'll be like, so this person who has this kind of money, they will not know that. They will not know that the kind of assignment that has been done, that has been done in the secret place, really. So
you'll be surprised after the wedding, just I'm blown at this. See, they used to see something that when I was going home, he told me that, see, Kenny, that wedding just so you don't get but you don't save for wedding.
Really?
I will not deceive you. Please start saving up.
For us, so another person can give you reasons. Babe, other people can give you reasons why you should not save, but for us on our own side, our take home.
Please.
Sister.
In fact, I would say that you said budget of 2 million. Maybe let's say your budget is 1 million. Assuming your budget is 1 million, please be ready to as a man, be ready to put down 90%, or at least 80%. Okay, and the next thing I want to talk about is the introduction. Is it part of it? Introduction is part of it now. You know your parents, your bride's parents.
You must have done introduction before you start planning for a wedding.
Okay. Yes.
Yes, you must have done introduction before you start planning for a wedding. Yes.
Actually, introduction is important.
Yes, babe. That's why I said you must have started planning for done introduction before start planning.
Okay, and you should have a checklist of everything.
Yes,
have a checklist. My wife is very good in that.
Like any little thing like this, I carry very and paper. See, guys, I cannot count how many jotters I had when I was planning for my wedding. Like any jotter I see like this, I just pick it up and start right.
I will say, okay, check. We have done this. Check.
Exactly.
I've done this. Check. We have done this. Check.
Really.
In my mind, I'm like, what is this one checking now? I'm thinking of money. How to get money? You are thinking. You are checking. What's checking? We need money. No, we have to know what we have to do.
Exactly.
And what we have to do.
Exactly.
And it helps. Actually, it helps because you have to prioritize it. Which one will you do? 3 months before your wedding. In fact, 5 months before your wedding. I bought my suits and shirts and shoes and ties. We bought. I think we went together now. Yes, I got it 5 months before my wedding. 5 months before my wedding. I will keep it. So there are some things that can wait till a month, 2 weeks to wedding, a week to wedding. In fact, there are some things that can wait 2 days before. Something like don't compare yourself with me. Something like my wedding, our wedding program. I prepare you the day before.
Don't far away.
So there are some things that can wait till after wedding. To be sincere with you, there are some things that can wait till after wedding, depending on what you are doing with your wife and your vendors. That's something maybe you just know that it's just some balance you need to sort out. You don't want to pay everything. Yes, you don't have to pay everything before we wedding. I mean, there are some
if you have it, you can pay up. Yes.
There are some.
Babe, if you have it,
why they disappoint? Maybe on that day, on that week.
Yes, on that day you can pay up. Yeah. But I feel that if you have to be money, you can just pay up, so you don't have to have anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
as a man, please, on your introduction, maybe on that day or few days after your introduction, please let them send the what's the in English? Bride list. So all this long list, I don't want to go into details depending on
the tribe you marry, you can marry Igbo, Yoruba.
So all this long list, let them give you, and most importantly, dowry.
Why is dowry important? Some
families is the most important thing.
Some families return it.
It doesn't matter if they return it or not, but it's very important. Yes.
Well, for me, I don't think dowry is the most important. Everything in the area where everything is important.
That dowry, that is scriptural.
Okay, sir.
So ask for everything, so that you know how to run around to get those things, for that, and don't just, I think you have to wrap it. Yeah. You have to wrap it the day before, make it look beautiful. Yeah, like she said, I don't know all this before my wife that, she's okay.